Smoke break.
Welcome to another episode of the Sipping and Tripping podcast, where we connect with amazing people. Today's topic is business, money struggles, and life demands. I am your host, Desmond Black, and the person that's sipping and tripping with me today is a chef and a down to earth woman with inspiring business ventures and opportunities. She is none other than Miss Rejena Powell. How you doing today, and how was your weekend?
All right, all right, all right. Now I got to say it was a beautiful, blessed week and weekend. Did some cooking, celebrated Easter and 420. I mean, for our people who are 420 friendly, just saying. Woo woo. Yes, so we did some good stuff. We made some good foods, seafood, some beef, some chickens. The grill
Okay.
was going, all types of good stuff.
Yeah, that's what's now. When you say we, who you mean? It was you and who else?
Friends, family, stuff like that. I mean, you know, sometimes it's people you just meet. It could be people that you've known your whole life, but this time it was people I met and been knowing my whole life. So it was half on half.
That's what's up. That is what's up. So, where did the name Jade come from?
Well, Jade came from technically me. Okay. I was in the streets. I used to do a lot of running amok and stuff like that. And I just needed a catchy name for myself. I'm someone who can do many things at one time. And I like to have many things going, so that I have no time to be bullshitting or catting off. So, yes, I got the name from killing two birds with one stone, being able to do many things at one time.
Okay, that is what's up. So, on this platform, I like to conversate, educate, and entertain, and hopefully, we do just that, right?
Mm.
Um, Now, for the viewers, right? I just want to say I met Regina on the Owl app, and if you don't know what the Owl app is, it's a networking app where you can network for different businesses and things of that nature.
You call me the
Um,
name that you see.
I'm sorry.
Can you call me the name you see, which is Jade?
Oh, Jade. I thought it was Jade. So it's
No, it's
Jade.
Jade. Yeah, it's pronounced Jade.
All right, Jade. I got you. Okay. So,
Mhm.
Jade, how has the Owl app been working for you?
Well, I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. And I've connected with many different people as far as business advocates, people who have been helping me with my business ideas, people who have been wanting to see me move my career further. And I've been talking, and I don't know, since I met you and a few other people, I gotta say it's a pretty interesting app. And I'm actually getting more people onto it. I'm trying to get more people to stream the OWL app. As you guys heard, I mean, we met there. It's something you do just to, get ahead in life. I mean, you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what can be said, but just know everything is a learning lesson.
Right. Yeah, it's good. Been good to me too. But like, I haven't been on it in a few days because I've been booking a lot of people for the podcast, and I have like 12 other people that I haven't booked them, but I have plans on it. Like they want to do it, so I just got to figure out a time and a place to have them on. So I'm like, I can't keep going on the Owl app and on Facebook and stuff like that, and finding these people and tell them I want them to be a guest, and then the numbers keep adding on. So I was like, once I put them on, then I'll jump back on the Owl app. But like I said, for the people that's listening, the Owl app is good for networking for any type of business, whether you're trying to be a book author or anything about business, or you're a podcaster as well, or artist or anything. You into music, television, the Our app is there for you. You go in there, and then it's like self-explanatory once you get the app. If you have any questions, you can definitely DM me. But yeah, I'm about to get back to the show though. So Jade, where were you born and where'd you grow up?
I was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was raised by my sister.
Okay, by your sister. You
Um,
wasn't close to your parents or different circumstances.
Different circumstances.
Got you. All right. So you mentioned you had a sister. Any other siblings?
Yeah, I got a lot of them. Shoot, 8 brothers and 2 sisters on my mom's side, and uh, three brothers on my dad. No, two, three brothers on my dad's side and one sister. So pretty a lot of siblings.
Yeah, that's a lot. You close to any of them besides your one sister, obviously?
Oh, I'm not close to her, but also, yeah, I'm close to like a couple of my brothers.
Okay, that's good. Family is everything, man. You know, it's very important to keep them close as much as possible. Um, so what do you do for a living? Do you hear me?
I have a like a feeling about the whole family sticking together type thing. I mean, yes and no. Depends on what kind of family member you are or what kind of family you have.
Right.
Sometimes you have to be split apart.
I get it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. So
Oh,
what do you do for a living?
um, pretty much I'm a private like contractor. I pretty much do anything that I put my mind to. But lately I've been cooking a lot. I've been traveling, cooking for different people. I'm like a private chef. So I've been just trying to take my own route in life right now and also building skills. So
Okay. So have you ever been married?
never.
You said never?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there something you see yourself doing, getting married?
Mm-mm.
Any particular reason or it's just not for you?
Um, people suck.
It's true. It's true. I mean, you know, it's a it's a different lifestyle. You know, marriage. I want to say it's a big step, man, but like I said, I don't really see the significance of marriage like everybody else do. You know, because you could be in a relationship right with somebody for 15 years and get married, and then all of a sudden you want to get divorced in a year. So it's like I just feel like marriage brings about many problems, man. That's just my thought behind it. Um, do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got two kids.
Okay. Boys, girls?
Boy,
You said they both boys?
no, boy and girl. I got a little
Oh,
boy and a
boy.
little girl.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
got three sons. I got three sons and a daughter, man. And my daughter's the calmest. You know what I'm saying? She she's at that stage where it sounds like she want to talk, but like she don't really cry. She's not annoying. My boys though, all three of them are annoying. I'm like, good God, like they make me want to jump out the window.
oh,
For real, throw my head through a wall or something. They not literally. I'm just saying they all got their
yeah.
own personality. And then my 10-year-old, my 5-year-old, they love each other to death. They just don't get along. They argue about the dumbest things. And they like, you know, my 2-year-old, he just calls me nonstop, daddy, 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 daddy. It's like, and all he want to do is eat. You eat him, and then you like he'll finish it, and he'll still say he want food. It's crazy,
Mm,
and they all got like ADHD. So that's a task in itself.
like me.
Um, so are you religious?
No, I mean I believe in God, but pretty much I don't have a religion. Like I'm not Christian, Buddhist, none of that. Because I really don't believe in a religion. I just believe in God. That's it.
Got you. Yeah, like I said, I've been saying this a lot lately, the past couple of weeks, man. That's becoming the norm. When I ask that question, a lot of people say they spiritual or they believe in God, but they don't believe in the Bible or they're not religious. So you know, I fall in that same category myself. Like, I believe in a higher power, but that's just about it. I don't believe in the Bible and nothing like that. I think the Bible is just a guide for life.
But yeah,
I
true
think
though.
it's
Since this world that we've been living in has been showing us a little more, I don't know what I believe in. Technically, I don't even think I believe in a higher power.
but you say you believe in God though.
I don't even know if that's real. I'm
Got you.
questioning a lot of things in life only because I don't know. It's been a experience of mine through my life. Like I experienced it a bunch of things. And it seems like when I go to church or something like that or some place where they're supposed to be doing like praying or feeling, good, I don't feel good when I'm around them, or I don't see people feeling 100% good around each other when they're speaking about God. Like there was a friend that I just recently had, and I had lived with her. We was in like this big old house, and it was like a shared room type thing. And she had a a bad like attitude problem, but she wasn't a bad person. Like she would do for you, she would help anybody else. She's always, there for people. But one thing about her is when she talked about God, she was always angry. And I would
Right.
always ask her, I would be like, so you believe in God? And you do believe like he's here for you, right? She's like, yeah, and that's the only person here for me, because if don't nobody understand, then that's just what it is. And I'm like, girl, why are you fighting right now? You literally fighting, you know what I mean? When we
Yeah.
speak on Jesus, you shouldn't have this negative feeling. And she's like, well, I
Mm-mm.
know God got me, I got you. Like, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the feeling God has was supposed to be giving people. It wasn't supposed to be like, I know, like
Yeah.
no, that don't make me feel good. Then when
Right.
when you talk about reading the Bible, there's things in the Bible that are very much true, and I understand them. But there are also things in the Bible that I have to say, hey, they put their own little 2 cents in. I'm not just gonna sit here and act like we ain't we ain't acknowledged about what certain words mean, subliminal messages. You know what I mean? Like for
Hmm.
instance, I have this thing where some people agree, but some people don't agree about the first story, Genesis, right? When they speak on how God made the earth, and how he brought light, this and that, and then he brought darkness, then he brought the people, right? Now, I feel like the forbidden fruit, like anybody doesn't know, or people who doesn't know, I feel like the forbidden fruit was a woman's private parts. Now, some people believe the forbidden fruit was really a tree. They believe it was really a tree. But
Right.
I don't believe that, because, for instance, God planted, he put forth a garden so that they can eat from, all right? But there
Hmm.
was one tree that he said, do not eat from. It may look edible, it may look good, it may be enticing, but don't eat from it. And I don't believe it was that tree. I don't believe it was
Right.
a physical tree. I believe it was
Right.
the woman, because why did God, of course, he said, the person that talked to Eve and told her, oh, you can eat from this tree, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. Why did he turn into a snake? I think that she cheated on Adam, if you ask me. I think so. Because that wasn't supposed to be the person for her. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then boom, she get hit with the whammy, and now all of a sudden we bleeding for the rest of our life. And then Adam, now he went on ahead and did the little whatever thing that he did. He probably went on ahead and had a threesome or something. She probably talked a bit to it. And now, oh, God just said, "All right, so you think you want to? Oh, okay. Well, let me put this ball in your throat real quick. You think you want to eat stuff? You think you can just do no?" So he gave us both our own. Some people agree, some people don't, and it'd be like, like, what do you really feel though? The
Right.
forbidden fruit.
Yeah. You are so comical. You need to write the hood version of the Bible. That's funny as hell.
For real,
Shit.
dude, for
Oh,
real.
you definitely gotta finish that story at another date. You have me over here dying.
I'm
What
serious,
are you
dude.
doing? What do you do in your spare time?
I write, I sing, I dance. Like I love music. I love to cook a lot. Okay. I love to cut hair, braid hair, do all kinds of different things, nails, all kinds of different stuff. I'm just like a multi-talented little person that just needs to keep going with something.
Hmm. Are you ADHD or you just like to move?
Yeah, I think I see, and then I just heard about ODD. What's that? I think I got that
Oh,
too. Anyway,
ODD.
listen.
So ODD. My son got ODD. I never heard of it until he was diagnosed with it. So ODD is
Right.
oppositional defiance disorder. It's like it's
Oh yeah,
hard for
I
you
got
to.
ODD because I don't like to hear nobody bullshit. I'm sitting there like, what? Why are you talking to me? What?
Yeah,
Seriously? Like,
yeah.
and
So
then when they
it's
talking to
basically
me,
what. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a
So yeah, it's basically when it's hard for you to take direction from somebody that's an authority figure or something like that, or from your parents or something like that. You know, like they tell you don't do something, you like, yeah, well, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna do it anyways.
type shit.
So
Ah. Maybe I do got so I got ADD, ADD, and ODD. We just gonna have to go back to a therapist to figure this out.
Therapy
Okay.
is real good. So if you haven't consulted a therapist and you feel like you need it, yeah, that's the right way to go. That's the move. So, so yeah, you spoke about writing, right? So, what do you like writing? Like, what do you write exactly?
Well, in my last 8, 9 years of my life, I've written books. I haven't actually finished them. Okay. But I've started a book about my life. I've also started books about like the dreams that I've had. Because have you ever had any dreams that was so vivid, so crazy that you just needed to write it down? But
Yes.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say that's crazy because for many years, sometimes I wake up, I'm like, yo, I had the craziest dream. But by the time I get around somebody to tell a story, it's like bits and pieces, and I get frustrated. Like, dang, you're not seeing the vision. You're not seeing. So I always
Right.
said like, maybe I should write a book based on dreams, but I just never did it. I never did
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
I started
and
it, but I
it's
definitely go ahead.
no, no, you go ahead, you go ahead.
Oh, but I'm saying I started it, but I got frustrated with it one point and I ripped it all up, stupid stuff. But I can always write it
That's crazy.
again. That's nothing right. That's nothing to write it again, okay? Because one thing about these dreams that I wrote about in my life, technically, I can never forget. I mean, I could if I get Alzheimer's or something. Hopefully, I don't get old too fast. But anyways, yeah, like I can write it again. It's nothing wrong. And then I wrote music. I wrote poems. Like I'm like a slam poetry type of person.
Hmm.
Comedy, stuff like that. I mean, I ain't never wrote comedy unless I told somebody a joke on the phone, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What
You mentioned poetry. It's crazy you mentioned poetry because I love poetry myself. And Rita that she commented on before, she writes poetry. There's a couple of us that write poetry. I love poetry, man. I always did. And I used to have books on top of books when I was in high school, and even when I first got out of high school. But they got lost in translation with the many times I moved. I just started writing poetry again. I'm like 2.5 poems in. You know what I'm saying? Within like the week. So I think my creative juices is there again. So at some point, I would definitely like to hear some of your work and see where your head is. You know what
okay.
I'm saying? See
Well,
if
I
you're
mean, it might be
shy or not.
I'm a little shy, just
You
a
said
little
it
bit.
might be what?
I said I'm a little shy, just a little bit. Just a little
I mean,
bit.
ain't nothing wrong with that, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But you got, right now you dealing with it though. Look like you know what I'm saying. Everything good. What she say?
I can't see the comment.
Yeah,
Oh, we do a
she
show
said,
with
yeah, we
everyone.
need to do a show. It's
Yeah,
for
Rita,
something. Yeah.
everything.
Rita, you
I,
is not shy. Maybe with your poems, but you are not shy.
Like we shy. Like I mean, rapping is hard to be shy with rapping. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like
How?
singing,
Wait, so
because like
you go ahead.
yeah, like what I'm saying, like it's very hard when you like got that stage right on you. It'd be like, but then if you lit or something like that, you get right up in the circle like ah ah and it'd be like damn, but really though, shy in the motherfucker, about to
That's
cry
wild.
damn, about to
So
like get to the last little verse and be like, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm still standing. I did that. And I
you
rhymed.
are confident.
Yeah, I did that. Be nervous than a motherfucker. Can't wait till the next time you take the motherfucking mic. Like, yeah. But I'm shy.
So you rap and you sing as well?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, what don't you do? That's crazy. The Jill of all
Yeah.
trades.
Yes. The
So
Jade of all
so
Jade, baby.
I used to rap when I was younger, and so this one dude that was in a I used to be in a rap group with, right? We just reconnected again, and he more so manages now, but he still raps. So I just was on a podcast with him on Saturday with his little his group, and they wanted to bring me out of retirement. I'm like, all right, I might do like one or two songs, but I ain't trying to. I'm 39 years old. I ain't trying to rap, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get no record deal, nothing like that. So it's crazy. I started working on the beats that he sent me, and I'm like, that's crazy. I can still do this. But yeah, I've been writing on 3 beats right now, so I'm gonna do like 3 songs with them right now. I don't know in the future if I write any more. I don't know, but right now it's just gonna be those 3. So I'm looking
Okay.
forward to that. I'm gonna go. I ain't been in the recording studio in so long, so that's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be exciting.
We looking
And I
forward to
wish,
it too.
huh?
We looking forward to it too. Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's so
definitely had dropped something, man. But what you call it? I wish I could sing though, man. You know, a man that can sing, man. It's like when it comes to the women,
like
shit.
Trey
It's
Songz,
like
Chris Brown. Yeah.
you say you can write. Yeah, you write songs like Chris Brown. You are not shy. That is crazy. You having the time of your life right now.
Oh snap.
Uh, so so you also told me you like to travel, right? Where have you traveled before?
I've been to California, Chicago, I mean Arizona, Arkansas, Florida. Uh, I was about to go to North Carolina, Memphis. And I'm just getting back to Vegas. I think that's it.
Hmm.
Shit, I
So
need to
how
figure
was
out.
life out? How was life in Memphis?
Oh, you know what? I don't know why everybody burning everything down in Memphis. What the hell wrong with them? It's like these people fireboard. Like
Mm,
they just burning down everything in there. Like what the hell's wrong with them people out there?
I didn't know they was doing that. That's wild.
Man, baby, let me tell you, in East Memphis, I swear to God, there's so many burnt down houses out there, and you'll see a burnt down
Mm,
house in almost every corner. Like you will see like a dope head or a goddamn dope dealer. You seeing burnt houses, like that's kind of
yeah.
scary, and everything is
So
like a hill.
yeah. What was the culture like?
Well, everybody out there is like country. Okay, they have like this country feel. So like Arkansas and stuff like that is right there. Like it's right, it's the
Right.
border like that. So like I have a bunch of family out there. So my family is a lot country. So I was only around my family like that I know of, but I wasn't around other people from Memphis, so I didn't actually get that real feel. I just got my little country family feel. That's it.
I got you. So yeah, so the reason why I asked you about Memphis because in June I'm actually taking a vacation with the family out in Tennessee. Now the crazy thing is a lot of people say you can't go to Tennessee without going to either Nashville or Memphis, but or even Knoxville. But I'm not going to neither one of them because as I was looking for like things to do out there. Now, a lot of places is in Memphis, a lot of things is in Tennessee, but it's a lot of things outside of that as well. So I think
Mhm.
when I go down there, I'll go to Chattanooga. And then from Chattanooga, um, what's it called, Pigeon Forge. I think I'm gonna go there because they have the Dolly Parton, the theme park for Dolly Parton. What's that? Dolly World. So I'm gonna go
Ooh,
there with the kids. You know, this whole big old theme park. So it should be fun. And then like in the future, I go back to Tennessee. I'll either go to Memphis or Nashville. But for this year, I'm gonna go to Chattanooga
that-
and Pigeon Forge.
I think Chattanooga is a little more country than the rest of Tennessee because I used to date a girl from there. And she was too country. I mean, way too country. It's like everything she said, it was like faster than what I was saying, and I'm just like, oh my God, girl, you was country, country,
Yeah,
country, deep country.
right.
But have
And that's how I
fun.
felt. That's how I felt when I used to live in North Carolina. So that's how I felt because coming from Jersey to go to North Carolina, it's a different world, man. It's hella slower. Uh, that's my kid's boss. She said Nashville bucket list. Oh my goodness. Uh, but
Yes. Mhm.
it is a different lifestyle down there. And right now, at least once a year, I make it a priority to go down there because everybody on my father's side of the family is down there. My father's in his 70s. He not doing the best, so I always gotta give him his flowers to go see him while he's still on this earth. So
Mhm. That's how I
that's
feel. My
that.
granddad lives in Memphis, so I got to go back out there
Yeah.
technically. So I
Yeah, that's what I'm
feel
saying. It's important to me, man. So, uh, now you mentioned that you like comedies, right? Now, is that like comedy movies or like stand up comedies,
I mean, I like
or
comedy
it doesn't
movies
matter?
like Kevin Hart. Like Kevin Hart, that's my brother right there. You feel me? Little chocolate drop. I'm a little chocolate drop too. You know what I mean? Hershey Kisses. That's us. You feel me? Y'all know it.
Yeah,
You see it. Look at that. Sexy chocolate. Anyway, don't worry about that. But listen, comedy is my shit. I want to be a comedian because life ain't funny, but it's funny as fuck. Okay?
right,
Like one time
right,
this girl tried to kiss me with booty lips. All right. I don't know where the fuck she came from. Okay. This was my girlfriend. But she comes home and kissed me with some booty on her lips. Do you know I wanted to choke the ass off her face, but I couldn't? That ain't
See,
funny, man. Cause she was really gonna kiss me, dude.
that's crazy. I was gonna ask you if you see yourself as a comedian, but now I got my answer. I got my answer. I see you
Oh,
working.
and then she had the nerve to come downstairs. Talking about, baby, come here. Come here. I missed you. I'm like, I missed you too, but why you miss me? We don't like each other no more. You know what I mean? We did, but we don't like each
Yeah.
other no more. We still trying to keep it cool. As soon as the bitch come up to me, I'm like, you good? Like, what? Oh,
Yo, you,
but then she
you
gonna
were
ask me, what do
wild.
I smell? I'm like, you didn't smell it when you was doing what you was doing. So you telling me you cheated on me by eating somebody's ass? I don't even know.
Oh shit!
And you couldn't go suck a
I
dick.
definitely.
You couldn't eat no coochie. You had to go eat booty.
Oh shit! That's crazy. And y'all, you said y'all was living together?
Yeah, she was living with me. And I don't even know how she moved in on me. She snuck in my house. All I know, we was having sex a couple of days. And she talking about, I want to stay with you. I'm like, yeah, no, you got to go home. You know what I mean? She's like, but no, I really like you. And I'm going to be missing you and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Then a week go by and I'm like, you don't want to go home? Like at all? No,
Yeah.
no, no. Found out she ain't even have no crib. Bitch moved in on me. How you supposed to put somebody out there been staying with you for a week?
She bamboozled you. She pulled
Look,
the wool over your eyes. She got you. Oh man, you
she
got me
got
crying.
my ass. That girl got me. That's the same chick that stole she liked to steal cars and stuff, right? So she was a Grand Theft Auto hoe, right? And I don't know how to deal with a Grand Theft Auto hoe. I don't know what to do with those cars, especially if I already got a car. Okay? I
Right.
already have a truck. Why are you going to steal people's cars, baby? What are you doing? Look,
Right.
the
Right.
shorty
Right.
right there, yeah, it was too much. You got ass face, you're stealing cars, you're cheating on me, doing too much. You moved in without me knowing all types of that bitch right there. That was a relationship right there that I questioned my entire life. And guess what? We still best friends. Cause I'm still questioning shit. But she got the nerve to blame me for everything. You're
Yeah.
you girl. Did you forget you came into this relationship weird as fuck? Stealing
Right.
and cheating and talking about I want to be here, but then I don't want to be here. But bitch, I ain't want you to be there in the first place. I just want a little coochie. Just a little coochie. Maybe take you out a couple of times. Take you back home, miss you 1 or 2 days, come back, get you, take you out to eat that ain't too expensive, you know what I mean? And fuck, you know what I mean? There's a routine, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shorty went
Yeah.
right into a relationship. But yeah, so just to answer a question I'm sure you have, do I date men and women? I do. But in the last 8 years, I haven't been in a relationship with a man. I've been like just like having like friends and stuff. But the men that fall in love, I don't know how to. And the women that fall in love, I don't know how to love them. So
Mm.
they get attached. Yes, listen, they get attached. And I don't know, maybe just in my life right now, I'm not looking for love because love didn't treat me no right. It didn't do nothing right for me. It never made me like wake up every day with a glow in my heart. Like love
Right.
made me question my sanity. Love made me question who the fuck I could be or could turn out to be. If this is even real. If it's a lot of things. So
Right.
love
Right.
wasn't really you wanted it to be. It's like a test. It's like a textbook situation and then a test. It's too
Right.
much. It's too much. So personally, I just don't want to be in a relationship with men at this very moment, and not even really a girl, because I just
Right.
need to get my life together. I just need to get my life
Right.
together. I just got to get my life together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's important.
Yes.
What's this?
Yes.
She says, never look for love anyway.
Exactly. But you know what? We all have, girl. Look, Rita, we all have. You can't lie. Sometimes we feel lonely. Sometimes we see other people in relationships and we want that. We don't even know why we want that. But then you remember why
Hmm.
you don't want that right away. Then you be like, leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It'd be like, uh-uh. I remember, but I
Hmm.
don't like that.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it just catches vulnerable at the right times. That's all. You
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Because I've
yeah.
been in plenty of situations where, you know, I in the moment I thought I needed love, especially if it's a rebound, right? And then you get to somebody, and now you're starting to do that whole comparison thing, and then they don't live up to your
Oh,
expectations, or they have some qualities you like, but they don't check off all the boxes. Now you looking at them like you gotta go. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But you try to be nice to
yeah.
them, so you don't want to tell them they gotta go. It's crazy.
That hurts so hard. Trust me, it hurts so hard. Guess what? I got myself kicked out of my apartment so the girl could leave me alone. I know that's stupid. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Oh
I didn't even
shit!
feel it now. I'm stressed out now for talking about this. That was a situation, but she had some good. She had some good. She had some good.
You speaking my language now, cause shit. That's,
Like I can't
God
lie.
did a great thing when He created women. That's all I would say.
That's all I gotta say. This little boy. But the thing was, the creepiest thing. Has anybody ever met somebody that you felt was just like yourself, and it felt like you were dating you? Has anybody?
Yeah, I can't say I relate to that one. Think you might have froze a little bit.
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, I did. That was the girl that I'm talking about right now. Like, even though she was a lot not like me, she was a lot like me too, as far as bona fide ways, her hustle ways, all kinds of
Right,
stuff. And I was just like, damn, that's me, low key. Sometimes I don't like to listen. Sometimes I do my own thing. Like, it's like, yeah, damn, that's me. I don't like you. I like it, but I don't like you. I don't
right,
like
right,
you.
right,
Especially when you tripping and you see it, you be like, is that me? When I get upset, is that
right.
me? Mm. But if
Hmm.
you ever run into that person, just pay attention. Pay attention, because it's gonna show you how to be a better you too. Even if it is, say
Right,
for instance, female form. It could be in another gender form, you know what I mean? But you will see very many traits that you have possessed, and you'll be like, damn, that's damn near me. Like, got a lot in
right,
common. Fuck that common shit. Just keep your eyes open, okay? Keep your
right,
eyes
right,
open,
right,
because communism is not always a thing. Okay, we can both like
right.
the color blue. That don't mean, like, as y'all can see, I got blue in my hair, but we can both like the color blue. But that don't goddamn mean that we finna shine together. No, no, no.
Talk that shit. Talk
You
that
might be
shit.
in the ocean, baby, and I might be in the sky. That's two different blues. I don't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That's some real
Okay.
stuff.
So
You know.
we already see that you're a comedian, right? And it's funny because I'm actually going to the We the Ones comedy tour this Friday. So hopefully that's good, man.
I
Some of the
went to
people
that
I'm
show.
familiar with, so,
I went to
huh?
that show. I went to that show. It's funny.
The one from last year or this year?
Last year.
Oh, so it's different. They got different people on it this year because I thought it was the
Okay.
same thing, but I realized that because last year they had DC
DC
Young
Young
Fly. I wish,
Fly. They had
yeah, I love him.
all of it,
Chico
all
B.
of
I
it,
love Chico B.
all of it.
Uh,
That was funny though. I ain't gonna cap. That was
they
funny. And I
they
went to
had
go
D
see.
Ray. I don't really like D Ray, but last year they had D Ray.
Yep, yeah. He was all right. He was all right. He was doing the little thing. I like his little light skinned head. I ain't gonna lie, D-Ray always my boy. He always my boy. He's always my
Yeah.
boy.
This year they got Mojo Brooks. He funny as hell. Now, because on
Mhm.
YouTube, yeah, I ain't know who he was, but like on Facebook, he always popping up. So now I went to YouTube and I be watching his little skits. Man, that's all he do right now, skits. I haven't found a stand up comedy yet. So he funny as
Mhm.
hell though. He's hilarious. So
I need to
I know
watch
I'm gonna like
him.
him.
Mhm.
Who else? Mike Epps is Mike Epps. He's gonna be there.
Always. Always.
Um,
Always
let's see.
away.
Ha Ha Davis gonna be there. I'm not familiar with him though.
Have you ever went to go
Who
see Cat
else?
Williams?
No, I haven't seen Cat Williams live, and he's not gonna be there this one. So who else is gonna be there? It's crazy. Country Wayne's gonna be there.
Ooh, word. Okay.
Yeah, Country Wayne.
He
And
was
then a
on the
couple other
last
ones I
one.
can't think of them right on top of my head. What'd you say?
He was on the last one. Country
Oh,
Wayne.
okay, he was funny.
I wasn't paying attention too much, but I was doing my own little thing, telling my own jokes. I just feel a little what you get
Yeah,
motivated, elevated when
they
they be
should have
telling jokes. I'm like,
yeah, they should have put your ass on the tour. But
hey,
yeah,
it's
so
funny
that
because I talked to one of them after the show, and I was like, "Why y'all didn't let nobody come up there? Y'all afraid somebody gonna be funnier than y'all? Shoot, because I was gonna pull on one of y'all little zippers, because every time I look at a man, I'm looking at your dick print first, just to let you know that I was looking at that. Then I'm gonna talk. Let me help you." They like, "Girl, listen, you something else, but dog, we couldn't bring nobody up there." I said, "Y'all need to next time show
yeah,
people that we funny too." Shit.
yeah.
I
So
think
so Friday is gonna be in Atlantic City, so that's only like 45 minutes from me. So I'm ready. I'm ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully they have me laughing because I'm not. I love stand up comedies, but as far as comedy movies, I don't really fuck with them. So I hope they got me laughing, man. Huh?
really. So you don't.
Yeah,
What
because
comedy movies have you seen that you didn't like?
what? So sometimes the movie itself would be good, but my thing is this, man. I guess I'm a hard critic because a lot of comedy movies I don't laugh and people around me be laughing hysterically and I get mad like what the fuck was funny, and when they tell me I'm like that was funny to you. Like I remember in the movie theaters, I forgot which one it was. Kevin Hart had his one stand up in the movie theaters, and
Oh,
people was laughing. Look,
laugh at my pain. Laugh at my
yeah,
pain.
so soon as he said, I just want to say, I finally finalized my divorce. People start laughing. I was like, how the fuck was that funny? And so through the course of the years, right, growing up, I just had this disdain for comedies because I feel like people laugh just to laugh, right? Like I don't know.
Sometimes, yeah.
It gets under my skin when they laugh and I don't see nothing funny.
Hmm.
Like I have friends be laughing, right? And if they don't shut the fuck up and I don't catch on to the joke, I'm like, yo, you got to go.
Oh no.
But the ones that make me laugh, I'm like, oh yeah, you can stay. You can stay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's actually funny. Like, I don't know. And it's crazy for me. When anytime I try to make somebody laugh, it don't work out. People look at me like, shut the fuck up. But when I don't
Rita
laugh, people are
laughing.
like, you
Look,
hilarious. I'm
Rita,
like,
tell them you funny. You funny. Rita laughing.
shit.
Shoot. You funny though. I mean,
Yeah.
but you right though. Shit, you be like, get the fuck out. I don't get it, bro. Like, fuck is y'all laughing at? But have you ever seen? Okay, for instance, one movie I think is pretty funny. 50 Shades of Black, or what is that one
Shades
movie?
of Black. I hate the Wayne's brothers. I can't. Oh my god, I can't tolerate them.
What?
But I did see that movie. This thing. Sometimes, so if we look at a whole duration of a movie, let's say it's an hour and a half, and if I
Mm.
laugh twice, and then I say that movie's trash, you can't sit there and tell me, but you laughed, so it was good. I'm like, no, right? Because like two times in an hour and a half, I think I don't. That's I don't know. I wouldn't classify it as a funny movie, man. But like I said, a lot of movies they might get me to smile, but they don't get me to laugh. I'm just
You
being
really didn't
honest.
like 50 Shades of Black for real?
Hell no.
That was a
I
good
go
ass
back and try
movie.
to watch it, but I go back and try to watch it, but I
Like,
really be like this. Here we go.
he was like, "What's your
Um,
number?" You said 7. Like, bro,
what's the-
like, come on. Like, what did she say?
what is it?
Cracking the
You what at Friday?
Friday after next when
You,
I was a
crack-
teenager. Yeah.
you
See,
say
right after
cracking the
next
hell
is,
up?
yeah, cracking the hell up. Like,
Yeah.
that is a funny ass movie too. Like, it's a lot of movies that sometimes you just like gotta go back and watch that shit. Like, and you'll catch some shit eventually, but you probably don't catch it right
So
away. Comedy
so
just ain't.
the best Friday obviously was the first one, right? Like,
I was just
and
watching
you
that.
know, the next Friday. Well, next Friday was the second one, right?
Hmm.
That's what with Day Day. Um, like yeah, the big what's it big what's her big who what's the girl name Big what Shirley Big
Big
Shirley
Worm, Big Shirley. Uh,
no the one with the cookie the little sister was the big sister
oh, you talking
I don't
about Baby D? You talking about
yeah
Baby D?
baby D yeah so that little sequence had me laughing you know what I'm saying but
Yeah.
you know for the most part I look at it as a whole and I'm like yeah it just wasn't it but
Oh, you got
some movies do have me laughing and sometimes it be the low budget movies that have me laughing the most.
it.
Like I
Hmm.
watched something on Tubi and I was cracking the fuck up. And other people was around me, right? Roles was reversed. People around me was like, "How the fuck you think that's funny, bro? That's funny."
You
Like
got white
seriously,
humor. That's what your problem is. You got white people humor.
white that's what you think? Nah,
Yeah, because
I ain't.
if black people jokes don't make you die, but white shit makes you die, which is what you like. For instance, there's some things um like Family Guy. Do you laugh at Family Guy? Shit like that?
I don't watch that shit.
No.
Yeah,
Okay. What
nah.
about what about any other provocative as like cartoons that's for adults? You don't watch any of those?
So, all right, so about this. So, for the most part, if I see the word comedy attached to it, I avoid it. And the only time I watch it is if people around me want to watch it, right? Or if it's a big name celebrity that's in it, or a big name actor, then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch it, but it's not on my priority list. Like if I watch everything else I want to watch, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, this is the last thing, and I know this guy, so let me go ahead and watch it, and that's how it goes.
So, what is your number one genre of movies? What is your favorite genre of movies?
My favorite genre? I mean, I wouldn't say I have a favorite genre per se. I just like good movies. Like, cause I would say action, but I like intricate movies, movies that make you think. I love those, but they don't make those like that no more.
Yeah,
Um,
they
like
do
they
actually.
had a movie.
Okay, have you seen the movie Talk to Me?
Nah,
You need to watch that. That's one of those type of movies. It's like a thriller. It's a suspense,
I'm
but
right.
it's a scary thriller suspense type movie. But it's one of those movies that makes you think right away.
Right.
Um, yeah, you need to watch that.
I just wrote it down too.
Or have you seen Us?
Yes, I've seen Us. Oh God, you like that movie?
I don't really. It's a thinking movie. That's the thing about it. Is what I'm saying. Like you just say you like psychological shit. So it's a thinking movie or it's a thinking series technically because it's us and then it's them. That's why you have. Did you watch them too?
No, I don't think I watched that.
Okay,
I
you
would have
got
to
it.
check.
Yeah, you got to watch because they have a whole storyline, which is fucking weird, right? But it's
Right,
not just gonna tell you this is what's happening. It's like one of them thinking ass shows. So you got us
right,
and then them because them is when they grew up. Is
right.
when
Let
us
me
grew
see.
up. Yeah,
Let me
it's
Google it
good.
right quick because I'm curious if I watched that one. Like one of the ones that really had you thinking was a movie called Inception. That was a real good movie.
That
Like
was
a
a good
lot, it
one.
went over a
I
lot of
like
people's
that
heads, and they was like it sucked because they didn't understand it.
movie. Yeah, yeah. There's some good ones out there.
Wait, so you said Us and Them were TV shows?
Yeah, they're on Netflix. They're TV shows.
Oh, oh, so I ain't seen neither one of them. I thought you meant. I thought it wasn't it a movie called Us?
Nope, we thought it was a movie. It's actually a series. They they
Oh
they
no,
had it
hold
on.
on.
They had
Oh
it
no,
on
no,
like
yeah. So Us is a movie for 2019. I seen that with the little black people in it, and then
that's a series though. I don't get it. It's a series because it's different episodes. I seen it on
well, it
Netflix.
might yeah, they might have made a series too. Be honest with you, I'm trying to see.
Yeah, because I seen that us shit on back in the day on like previews and shit, and I was just like, what is that? It's kind of weird. All we would ever see is
Right,
the little black girl screaming. Like we would always see that one scene where she's like that's it. Like, and we was like,
right, right.
ooh, we need to watch that. Like,
I got you.
but yeah,
Um,
like that's a whole fucking series. Like small series, but it's a series.
so let's see. In the earlier conversation that we had, you told me that you was in the process of still, working through life, right? Like, what did you mean about that exactly?
Well, trying to find like my purpose pretty much. Like I said, when you asked earlier, what does my name mean? It means to kill two birds with one stone. Like I have a lot of talents and I don't know like which direction that I'm gonna go in life, but also I'm trying to chase every goal if I can, maybe
Right,
three at once or two at once, because technically I don't just like sit on one idea and build off of it. I technically like have like little castles trying to build a whole fucking castle type shit. And for me, I've done like traveling for work. I've done, building houses. I've done a number of things, just normal things where you're working for regular jobs, where you just, you got your ear, get up. Sorry. But yeah. I have had a struggle with understanding life for real. Like when I first started, as far as I would say an adult, I was someone who wasn't really acknowledged on what life really could bring or what life was to be expected of me. So I was someone trying to find out who I was, of course, just like all of us is. But because me personally, I was adopted by my sister and not raised by my mom and dad, I was like trying to struggle. Well, I was technically struggling just through that, just through finding self. Never settle. Make your impact. Thank you, Allison. I appreciate that. Yeah, because
Hold on. Hold on one
sometimes
second. Hold on.
she said, never settle, make your empire better. And that's important because sometimes but like I said, that's important because sometimes if you don't know exactly what you're building off of, but you have a lot of skills, you have a lot of talents, don't just define yourself under one because you could be many things in life. One time when I was in sixth grade, I had a teacher that told me you could be anything you could ever dream to be. And for some reason, I don't know what it was about them words that she said out of her mouth, but I believed her. Do you understand? I started doing any and everything I could put my mind to. I didn't mind, I didn't
Right.
care what it was, whether it was some gross, it was some easy, some good, some, really hard
Right.
working or something. I put my damn mind to it. So me personally, I don't have a lot of success. So I've been trying, and I move through life with like I don't know, like feeling like this about people. Like when I feel something about you, it lasts for this long. So I move. I just keep it moving. With this little piece of feeling that I have, I just keep it moving. And I try to build off that. So, like I said earlier, I'm not in a relationship because one thing about relationships is they bring you down. They can help you build, but technically without knowing it, they break you down. And so you lose yourself, you lose focus, you lose your goals, and then you have to go refine them. You have to go understand who you are, and it's just too much rebuilding. You know what I mean? So with the things that I've done in life, I don't feel great about my life because I don't have like a lot of certificates. I don't have trophies. I don't have people all around the world talking about congratulations. And I don't feel like that either because I
Right.
guess I do want that. I guess I do, like, how Drake said in his one song, that's the something. What did he say? Something about his music um made it so that he wouldn't have to have a bunch of plaques on his wall to show his success or some shit like that. It's a small little rap, but he was just saying that, and it's like I got the rap in my heart right now. Like the family had it all. It's the song where he was. What is that song? Somebody help me. Seeing my family have it all. Take the something nothing. I don't know, but it's one of my favorite songs, and I think it's "Baby, You're My Everything, You All I Ever Wanted." I don't know though. I'm not sure, but let me see. You will find it one day when you aren't expecting it. Period. Thank you, Boo. Um, so in this moment, like I said, I'm cooking, I'm building off of I'm regenerating new ideas. I don't know, I'm just moving off the skills that I have, and I'm trying to have like a actual corporation technically. Like one thing about me is I'm so idealistic. Like I have ideas for days, and anything that you tell me we can build off of that. I'm very good with
Right.
being artistic in my mindset. Like I'm open-minded, so I can just pull anything out my ass. So I just need, I don't know, a lot of money like everybody else, but more or less, I need investors. I need people who see the real in a person, don't just see their faults, don't see their past, because you can
Right.
ask a person who they are. And like, say, for instance, I tell you, oh, I went to jail, right? You'll be like, what you do? Who asked you be, right? Already, you would already just pinpoint me in one category, like, oh, she looked like a fighter. She looked like she just beat
Right.
somebody, and you know, no, it was probably for a traffic ticket. It was probably for, I don't know, like who knows? But at the end of the
Right.
day, that's what people do. They put you in a category, and sometimes you put yourself in a category without even knowing it. Okay, especially when you become depressed, when
Right.
when when like, when your family life isn't going so well. Like when you were talking about your kids earlier, I love to talk about my kids, but one thing about my situation is me and my family are going through a very tough time. Okay, with just losses, with not being able to make it through the normal life shit because everything costs too much. Everybody feel like, oh, we need to do it this way or the other, and it's like nobody is coming together. Okay, and that's one thing about our Black culture. Like if we had a thing where we came together more, literally, we
Hmm.
talking more, not just in death, not just when the party popping, okay,
Right.
not just like get better. You know what I mean? I'm tired of seeing other cultures make it and we're not. But I'm not just gonna blame our culture. I'm gonna blame the entire society because the entire society put everybody on a different pedestal. Everybody already feels some type of way. Like for instance, I'm gonna just say it, white folks. We put white folks on the pedestal of making them better than us already.
Right.
Because we're
Right.
fighting against them. We're doing this, we're doing that. And we like, niggas did it before these white folks took us, these white folks, right? But we already putting them on a higher pedestal without even knowing it. We already
Right.
putting ourselves down. And that's what's
Right.
wrong with our culture. We put ourselves down more than we build ourselves up. And we go off and go build a person that don't even need to be built up.
Right.
And that
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? And they stealing
Yep.
all your energy. They stealing everything that you work for. They just they making a mockery out of you, a joke out of you. And then it starts to become overwhelming. It becomes overwhelming. Everything in life becomes overwhelming and you shy away from it. You push it away as far as you can so that way you don't feel it no more. That's
Right.
me. I'm quick to leave. I'm quick to run away. I'm quick to quit a job unless I feel like this job is perfect for me. But if it's not, I'm walking the fuck away. I'm out of there. So that's
Right.
probably where my success has faltered at. Not
Right.
staying, not having solid people, not knowing solid foundations. That's really
Right. So the one thing I would say is this, when trying to find success, right? And you mentioned having a multitude of different things of different projects you was working on. So one of the things that helps me, and I think it's beneficial for anybody, is to maybe just focus on one or two things, right? Like if you can multitask or you can juggle two things, maybe try two different things at once. If that's too much,
mm-hmm,
just focus on one thing at a time, right? You know how people say you got to crawl before you walk. It's that
mm-hmm,
kind of concept. So no, and you just gotta lock in, right? And give it your all. Like I tell my kids all the
mm-hmm,
time, don't do nothing in life if you ain't gonna give it 110%. If you
mm-hmm.
go into something doing 90%, you don't need to do it at all. Right? I
Right.
don't care if it's something, I don't care if it's tying a shoe. Have in your mind you're gonna be the best shoe tire in the world. Right? As
Right.
long as you locked in and you're engaged like that and you have it up in your mind and your heart that you're gonna do something, then you're already on the right foot.
Mm-hmm,
So that would be my one advice to you. But it's two things you
mm-hmm,
mentioned, right, that we're definitely going to talk about. Like we talk about business, right? So in this first segment, we're going to talk about business a little bit, and then you just talk about life, money struggles, right? So
mm-hmm,
we'll jump into that. So I just got a series of questions for you that it pertains to business, right?
mm-hmm.
Just pick your brain a little bit. Um, First, when you said you wanted to create a corporate brand behind your name, can you elaborate on that?
Well, see, my name is right there, Jade. Okay, so I'm pretty sure people have seen businesses with the name Jade on it, which kind of sucks now. But anyways, me personally, me personally, I do want to create a corporate behind my name, meaning I want to have brands. I want to have food that's named behind me. I want to have like, I don't know, because I'm a what you call it, uh when you got to go get a patent, what's the person's name, like I'm a creator like type shit, so I create new business ideas. But personally I don't be knowing if anyone else would take on my business ideas, so I was thinking if I can have one corporate situation where okay, people can come to me when they need like money or something like that, or reinforcements into life, or I don't know, I want people to be able to turn to me for things like that because I'm good at that. I'm good at showing people where to go. I know how to turn people in the right direction because I don't like to see people fall personally. So I
Mm,
want to have a
right.
part of my business where it's like you come get, some regular reference to help. And then also I want to have like a laundromat. I want to have a market. I want to have what's that, a restaurant. I want the business, the market and the food to come together. Like you sit on one side, you get fed, and then on this other side, you go get the stuff that you need, just whatever it is that you need. Not only that, like I said, I want to create like a book. Like I said, I want to write some books and stuff. So I'm gonna sell that out of my store, whatever. But I just want new things. So I say a corporate brand because all the ideas, even though I'm working on one or two, because I'm just working on food and also a video game. I'm not gonna tell you about that yet, but there is two things that I'm working on just at this moment. Everything else is just an idea, or everything else I've done it or I've tried it, and I just got to come back to it. So right
Right.
now, what's making me the most money is cooking, selling recipes, and I don't know, traveling with the chef shit. Pretty much, that's what I've been doing a lot lately.
Okay. So, what are your business strategies, or what are some of your business strategies that you have in mind that's going to bring everything into fruition, or have you got
Well,
that far yet?
um, kind of, not really, but of course, I need social media. I need to, get the word out there. I need to start making physical products. I need to, of course, do some research as far as the highs and lows on income, things like that. Possible like infractions in the situation as far as like people coming as far like legalize and people saying, oh, that's my idea, or people saying, "Oh, you're not good enough," or something. I'm expecting a lot of things, but I don't really have a straight and narrow business strategy put together yet. I need to sit down and write. That's what I need to do. Okay, that's one thing I have
Right.
a problem
Right.
with. I'll be on the
Now, the
go.
one thing another idea, just a thought I would say is, I don't know if you have one, right? But if you come up with a vision board, right, or in a planner, right, like a planner, and just like every day when you wake up, just write in there, what do I want to accomplish for today, right?
I
You take
did buy
take
some
time.
books.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know. I said I did buy some little handy dandy books like the notepads, like Blues Clues. Anyways, I
Yeah.
bought some of those, but I don't know
So
what
I
the
mean
heck I did.
that helps you stay on track, and it helps you stay focused, and it helps you stay organized, right? Like, at my job, my boss would tell me every day, every morning, what's your plan? And I swear to God, I hated that shit.
Same.
Um, but it eventually grew on me for the simple fact that once I applied it, right, once I started doing it, it was very beneficial. It did keep me focused. It did have me engaged and on task and organized, right? And
Mhm.
even now, I use it at home as well. It don't have to be in order, but as you do things, just strike it off the list, right?
Mhm.
And then one thing he used to tell me as well is, if you if you don't finish everything on that list, right, you have to ask yourself the question: was it really important, or did I cram too much in one day, right? And if you put too much,
Right.
now that's another task you got to work on. Is just trying to minimize that, right? See what's important, right? And then focus on maybe 5 or 6 days that you feel like it's important or that it needs to be done this day, and keep it pushing like that. It's very beneficial. So if you haven't tried that, try it, and I promise you, it'll help. Especially when we
Okay.
talk about business and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
so, so let me ask you this: do you think that AI should be used in the workplace, or do you feel like we should be required to put in the work ourselves?
Um, I feel like AI. Um, you know what? I have two feelings about that because I'm on both sides of the fence when it comes to that because I've been talking about that a lot lately, especially because I've been in warehouse. Okay, I've been working in warehouse for the last 2 years, and no robot can do our job better than us. Okay, first of all,
Right.
they're only taking our skills. Like, okay, this other day I was watching this little by accident. I scrolled across a video where a AI was rapping with another guy, and he spoke some real shit. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's real. AI can only upgrade the performance levels of things. Like it can help with like I don't know, maybe like the end of the rope. Like if you can go back there and go pick out different sort of I don't know. But anyway, if a robot can do better than me, okay, then I know something. But I haven't seen one yet. And I've been in like I've worked for UPS, I've worked for Amazon, and I've worked for this one place called OnTrack. But they ship all Amazon and Temu um products and stuff. But anyways, they were talking about getting the little robot in there, and I'm just like, we can't. Y'all don't
Yeah.
even understand. Like this ain't easy. They tried it one time. They had put a robot in the UPS little thing, and the robot malfunctioned. It down like it just it because all they had to do was just get the boxes and put them where they're supposed to go. But the thing is, you're supposed to get the boxes off the thing, and you got to go as a human. We can see where the fuck it goes. Okay, all right. But as a fucking robot, I gotta do whatever the fucking technology is telling me to do and go put it in there like that. And then what if I get stuck in between the motherfucking truck in the goddamn conveyor belt?
Yeah.
Now what? What do the AI, you know what I mean? What use are you now, bro? You rolling everywhere and you need to step over some shit because I know for a fact when them conveyor belts is throwing shit down, they throwing it on the ground, baby. So how you gonna get that up and do your job? Tell me something.
Yeah, I got
That
you.
part.
I mean, it's
Okay. They need us. They need us.
yeah,
They can try to
yeah.
replace us, but they need us, baby, in order to even run them AI built bots. Like, think about it. You can't run them motherfuckers without us. Huh?
That,
Try it.
right. That's funny how you was talking about AI. You was comparing them to humans, right? Because my next question was going to be, speaking of AI, right? Is it
Mm.
ethical for companies to replace human workers with AI? That was going to be my next question because that's something they're looking to do. I'm talking about like McDonald's,
Yeah.
all this stuff. So, do you think it's ethical to replace human workers with AI?
Only in certain situations. Like for instance, there's certain jobs that I feel like humans do not need to be a part of. I feel like an AI can do it just as perfect. Okay. Like telecommunications. Go ahead, put that AI on there. We fall asleep all day. Go. Go. Get the AI. They done.
Yeah,
Take them. The fuck the
right,
paperwork on the motherfucking computer. Take your AI. Do your thing. But when it comes down to
right.
hard labor, an AI can't do it better than us, baby. Nobody
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. See, that's crazy too, because they was up there talking about for the past like 5 years, they were saying that like the police officers, they're gonna replace human police officers with robots. And when I heard that, I was like, shit, I'm scared because you
You
know,
trying to kill us? Y'all been trying to kill
yeah,
us, but now you gonna kill us under technology form?
that's what I
Oh,
was
you
saying.
gonna give
Like,
us the format? Fuck out of here,
I was
dog.
like, yo, when you could sit there and try to sympathize with the robot, you might throw your hands up because some people talk with their hands. I know I do. I might do this. I might get shot. So I heard that. I'm like, I'm
Right?
petrified.
Fuck out of
I
here.
don't see no. I see a robot. All of a sudden, I'm like,
I know
whatever you
people
say.
who
I did it.
still I know people who still afraid of self-driving cars. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
going to be I think by 2055 cuz that's the year that for some reason keeps popping up in my head. Um 2055 is going to be that year where we're going to have a lot more AI bots. Okay, I get that. I'm not tripping off of it as long as we still have opportunities. If we don't have no opportunities, I bet you I pour some water on your AI. Try me if you want to.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the one thing that's going to hinder America, like, well, American citizens, really, because the more they put
We're not
AI in
gonna
the
have
world,
nothing.
it's
We
going to
might as
leave
well
us with
kill
no
ourselves.
jobs.
No.
It's going to leave us without no jobs. So this is the thing. So if you do that, how are we going to survive? You're just going to give us houses? You know what I'm saying? You're going to give us the things we
Hey,
need because how are we going to generate that money?
thank
I mean,
you.
clearly you're not going to pay the robots.
Thank you. And that's another thing.
So,
That's the only reason why. Because they spend money on it one time and they ain't never gotta pay it again. Got me fucked up, honey.
mhm.
I come
um,
through and shoot all them AIs with troubleshooting viruses.
oh,
Fuck them, bro.
do
They
you think?
lucky I ain't
Do
no
you,
scammer or a
oh
decoder.
shit,
I get on
yeah.
their ass, boy.
You know
Be the
what? The
next
one thing
Elon
too,
Musk making it.
I haven't seen one yet, but like, so they said this year, it's the first year they got air taxis, right? But obviously, like the rich got it. Yeah, yeah, air taxis. Like the Jeffersons. It's about we moving in that direction. They're if you haven't seen it, go ahead and Google it. So they the size of like cars. They can fit like 3 to 4 people in it, besides the pilot. Yeah,
Damn,
and it's supposed to be cheaper. It's supposed to be cheaper than Uber. Yeah, and it's like size of a car, but you fly in the sky.
bro.
Now,
On
when
my
I heard,
mama, we already knew this was about to happen. Listen, everybody seen Phil of the Future. Everybody seen the Jetsons. Everybody seen all that shit. We knew the shit was gonna happen. It was just them trying to push it to where it could be acknowledged in a different, like in a ooh type of way. Not Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
So
because you don't want to
it
just
already
throw
got
shit on people.
it already got passed and everything. Like it's three different companies that they got it. And it's crazy. So right now, like you gotta have money to get it, but they said by the end of the year, definitely next year, it'll be affordable to anybody. So that's crazy. So I had my own thought process behind that. I'm like, it's going to look like a solar eclipse if everybody instead of using Uber and stuff like that, if everybody want to take to the sky, it's
That's
going to be
fine.
a lot of things above us. So it's going to look like a dark, cloudy day because everybody take. And then I'll be scared because what if something malfunctions? It falls on you. Now they said it's already. They said for the last 2 years they did test runs to make sure it wasn't going to, malfunction, right? So they said it hasn't. So they said it's definitely 100% safe. That's what they're claiming. But I'd still
Mm.
be scared. The first time I see somebody flying above me, I'm gonna be like this. What?
I
But
mean,
in their
woo,
defense, they was like, "Well, we got planes, we got helicopters, and nobody worried about them. So why are they worried about air taxis?" So I was like, I guess they got a point. But and the crazy thing is, they said they start in 2026. You can apply for your license. So instead of doing an Uber driver where you're driving a car, you can purchase the little I don't even know what they call them, the little aircraft things. And you can buy one yourself, and you got to get the license. It's like a special license, and you can do it yourself. So we have car accidents. What if people take to the sky and they have accident in the sky? What comes up must come down. So that's another scary thing. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So we shall see. We shall see. The world is moving in a crazy, fucked up direction.
I'm seeing it one
Um,
day being just like I'm one day seeing this world being like the cloudy with a chance of meatballs. I feel like we ain't even gonna go to grocery stores no more. We're gonna get our food out the sky.
wow.
Fuck. Everything is
So,
changing, bro.
so do you think that compensation should be performance based, or do you think it should be based on the duration of employment and your skill set?
Okay. Say it one. You said compensation. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, it should be based on your skill set and shoot how long you've been with the company because you can't be compensated for something you ain't really did yet. You're
Right.
supposed to be a good employee. You're supposed to do your job to the best of your ability. That's your job to do.
Right.
That's your
Right.
requirements. But if you are compensated, that means you've gone above and beyond, and you've shown that you will go above and beyond under no who what circumstances you will do it. That's what it shows.
So is it more so going above and beyond and doing what you can, or do you have to be your skill set got to qualify to a certain standard? Because me being a kitchen manager, that's something I've dealt with. People that was like mediocre, they the ones that
Mhm,
was willing to work when nobody else wanted to work. So that is performance based because they're trying to perform, but to their best of
mhm.
their abilities. But their skill set wasn't there, right? It's not where I needed to be, and they feel like, oh, I've been here for a whole year. I need a raise. And in my mind, the way I like to operate is, listen, it ain't about trying, right? If you decent over here and you decent over here, I,
It's
I
just
don't think
decent.
that
Just
merits I don't think that merits a raise. For me, you gotta excel. You gotta master this. Then you gotta master this, and then we can talk about a raise. That's just how I think.
I feel like this. If a business, just like how the business I well, I was just working for what's that company? Um Republic Services. It's
Mm,
a track company. Okay. They have a system in there where we get a raise, but this is their raise system. They don't do it based off of how long you've been with the company or how good you are. They do it literally just based off the company's like upgrading in pay. Like they just
mm,
they upgrade everybody's pay. So not one person is like, oh, how you gonna get a raise, but I'm not. How the fuck I've been here? Like how you said, some people been there forever and they feel like they deserve that raise. So the company that I was just with, I feel like they're doing it the right way. Give everybody a raise because it's a company ran by just I mean it's not a company ran by one person. Okay, it's a company ran by tons of different people and everybody deserves it. I don't care if you fuck up sometimes. It's not my business. Technically, I just feel like if everybody gets that compensation for showing just showing love or showing that they are dedicated to the company, I don't feel there's no reason for anybody to be upset. I don't feel like nobody will be upset. It'll run smoothly. It'll be like, you got your raise, bitch. I did too. Like, period. You know what I mean?
right.
Now, it will be the motherfuckers that you've been like pointing out mentally, like, yeah, that motherfucker ain't no good for this company. It's gonna be one of them days. I'm gonna have to let your ass go, but you're gonna let them know. You're gonna let them know. You're not just gonna be like fire them one day. You're gonna let them know. You go, hey, got to get your shit together. They're looking for new people. Blah blah blah. You're just building them to the suspenseful moment, like. But as long as they know I'm getting a raise, I'm finna put what? Finna come my ass to work. I'm for what? We get what? Everybody getting a raise. What? It's not just that nigga over there in HR department. No, we talking everybody. That's what we
Yeah.
want to
See,
see.
that's see now. See, I look at things a little bit differently, man. Like I said, I'm not too. I don't give raises out too freely, man. Like it just, I just got expectations. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a good question since you say you want to do businesses and stuff like that. And I'm definitely about to start my own small business. So then we got to worry about paying people, right? Because we can't do it alone. So that was a good question for me to ask you. Um, Now my next question, right? Should companies prioritize profit or social impact?
That is that question that one of my jobs asked me, and I did not. Okay, so that question right there kind of gets me sometimes because when someone explained it to me, they were saying, "Oh, Facebook and all these other things have social impacts on people, and when you work for a company, they don't want you really posting stuff about the company unless it's, good or stuff like that." And then you said the other thing was what?
Profit. So basically, should they
Profit.
put
So so you're saying
only
like should they like their profit of the company over the
right,
person?
right? Should they right? So they basically should that be their only focus and not worried about nothing else but the almighty dollar, or should they worry about social impact, like
It
basically like
depends on the
guest
company.
feedback or
It depends on the company. If your company is a high demand company, then you have to always make hard decisions. But if you have a small company or like a company that has demands but not big like over the top ass shit, like for instance,
right,
Amazon is like a high demand place. Okay, so when it comes down to a employee doesn't want to do this, guess what? They're just letting them go, right? Because guess what? They
right,
can they can hire someone else that'll do the same thing, and if they don't do the job, they're gonna do this, turn their ass over too. They got a high turnover rate, but they have a high, fire rate because they're like, well, if my business doesn't make it, it's because I kept that person on. I kept trying to be cool. I kept trying to like show them that they can still be a part of the company, but they weren't giving no initiative. They weren't actually showing up on time. They weren't actually doing what the fuck they were supposed to. They was only doing it when I was in the fucking facility. Like I don't like shit like that. I don't want to come. I don't want like employees that's gonna be only doing it when I come around. I want employees that's gonna do it all the time, on time, on you know what I mean? Because if my company is a high demand place, I'm not gonna settle for fucking less. I'm
right,
not. I don't give a damn about no social motherfucking status. Okay? Because
right,
my company is more than what you feel. Okay?
right.
I'm sorry, because
Okay,
the company is providing to a number of people. You know what I mean?
right.
So if I worried about one customer's feelings about my whole company, the company wouldn't flourish.
Well,
Okay.
see, that's the thing. So you say like, so sometimes they start with one, and then that person might tell somebody else, and so essentially, it could be a whole number of complaints or something like that, right? Like I think
I'm
to
gonna just let
thrive,
their
I think
ass go. Fuck
yeah,
that. I'm gonna let them go. No, because if I can
right,
already see that happening, I'm gonna cut the middleman out, baby. You're not gonna put
right,
me through all that goddamn shit because you give a goddamn. My job is what the job is, or the place that you working for is what it is. Do the damn job. I understand it because I be seeing people when I'm working with them like I'm a hard goddamn worker. All right, I'm a
right,
hard worker. So when I'm on the fucking field, I want to see people doing exactly what I'm doing, or I want them to be at least kind of in the same area of knowing what to do. But when
right,
they don't, it does piss you off because now you got to pick up they slack. You gotta ride more for the company because the company sees that you always reliable, right?
right,
But it
right,
falls on your shoulders more than anything because one person decides they wanna. I ain't doing my job. I don't care. So, and it's like, what? All right, then go
right,
home. Go
right,
home. You don't want to go home. We ain't finna talk
right,
about it. I'm not even gonna sit. I'm not even gonna bring you to my office. I'm gonna just say, "Hey, you okay?" You gonna be like, "Yeah." I'm gonna be like, "Nah, no, you're not. Just go ahead, and clock out. Get on up out of here. I don't see. I don't, go on, clock out. Go on, clock out." just
So
like that.
hey, let me.
It's a liability worrying about somebody else's feelings, and then they want to go. You want to keep okay. You want to keep that person on the shift, and they're so mouthy, and they one of them type of people that'll go cause a riot or something. That's a liability. You can't worry about
Yeah,
no social status behind somebody like that. Got to
right,
just nip it in the butt. Some shit though, yeah, you're gonna have to take your time on because some people might be real logical and they'll really take your ass for your money. So you got to be careful about them type of people. But
right,
really, if your company is high demand, don't shorten your quality of what you do for someone else. You feel me? That doesn't
right,
see the quality in your business.
right. Um, should CEOs be personally liable for company actions even if they don't directly participate?
No,
And
no,
why do you
because
say that?
there's too many people in the company for someone to be liable for what someone else does, especially I don't know what the hell you did. Now and if
Right,
I don't know you, let's say my company is a corporate company where we have different offices and somebody out in Texas is handling this piece of paperwork, but I'm out here in Arizona and now somebody's telling me that I need to connect with this person in Texas in order to get this
right,
one situation done in goddamn Miami. Listen, sir, I'm not gonna take goddamn control of the whole situation. I'm just tell you I can do what I can, and I'm a CEO, but baby, I ain't seeing everything around here, yo. I'm
right,
kidding. I'm kidding, but more or less, I don't feel like a CEO should take all the blame. I feel like it should be all parties included. All parties
right.
included need to get in trouble. Anybody name on
So
that
my
motherfucker need to be in trouble.
see, I know it's a saying, right, in the corporate world, not even the corporate world. I guess it's just it applies to anything, but they say like the captain goes down with the ship. Now, I
Oh, that's
like that
different.
saying. Yeah, I like
Mm-hmm.
that saying in smaller capacities, right? But when you talk about like a CEO or something like that, they the higher ups. Those are corporate guys. They might not even ever come to the building. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree that they should take fault or take
Mm-mm.
accountability for anything,
Mm-mm.
right? Because you hire people to do a job for you.
Thank you.
Um,
And the
so
CEO
that
not
is
hiring them. It's the hiring manager hiring them, not the CEO.
yeah, yeah. So I don't feel like I said, I don't think that they should be held liable, right? That's just
No.
me. But I know a lot of companies, right? That ultimately that's what happens. Like, so if one thing can happen in a company, and they'll go to this guy, he might live in the Bahamas, not even in the States, and for some reason he'll get a slap with a fine. And I always thought that was outlandish. Um, should the minimum wage be raised? And it's crazy. I'm asking this question because I know it varies from state to state. But should the minimum wage be raised, and what are the economic consequences to raising minimum wage?
Well, technically, every time they raise any kind of food prices or anything like that, I feel like minimum wage should always be able to fluctuate with what we got going on because we make it all make sense. And it's a food chain. It's like a food chain. The farmers, they got a lot to do with the gas prices. The gas prices got a lot to do with um uh the people that travel that take all the shit, to
Right.
different states. They
Right.
look, everything has its own like cost, but minimum wage technically already has gone up. Okay. I'm not like that's real. Because in where I'm in Las Vegas, the minimum wage used to be 8.50. Now the minimum wage is 12.50. Okay.
Oh, that sucks. God, 12.50. Woo, I
Because
feel like we got
listen
it
though,
made then.
but listen though, see, that's what you gotta understand. Everywhere has it makes sense. Okay. For instance, in California, their rent for their places is like $2,000, $3,000 for a one-bedroom apartment, right? So guess what their minimum wage is gonna be? $18, right? It makes sense. We wouldn't be making that here because our cost of living is still at like 1,000 a piece for a one bedroom, or maybe 1,100 for a two bedroom or something. We can still afford it. So if you're off a
Mm.
12.50 minimum wage, we talking every week you getting paid at least how much? Getting paid how much? Let's say
Well,
fluctuate between 12.50 times 8 times 5, right? You're getting about three some 500, right? But that's just a week, right? Or maybe 800 if they ain't taking all them goddamn taxes, because Social Security and Medicare and all them goddamn places take too much tax. But anyways, we try to make it as best as we can, but guess what? I don't really know how I feel about minimum wage because I never have like minimum wage. I don't do minimum wage jobs personally. I try to get better jobs, okay? Because minimum wage ain't never been enough. It ain't never gonna
Mm-mm.
be enough, okay?
Right.
And now in this day and era right here, everybody damn near stand with everybody. I ain't never known a lot of people that I've known right now to stay with other people. Never known
Right.
that. When the hell did that
Right.
shit start
And that's kind of why I asked that because my thing about minimum wage, man. They say, oh well, it varies from state to state. They go based off cost of living, but I think that's
happening?
bullshit. I don't think because here in Jersey, the minimum wage is 15 something. I forgot what 15.69 or some shit like that. But you you cannot survive on your own, right? Like you said, you need to be with somebody else. Even if you got somebody else, you're in a relationship with somebody, it's still a struggle, right? Like you have to, like you said, you have to seek those jobs where you're not going to get the minimum wage. Now, I'm not going to say I never had a minimum wage job. But at an
Right. No,
early
we all
age, I
we
busted
all
my
have.
ass and I excelled in my jobs to the point where I built a resume. So when I go into a job, they ain't gonna they know better than to ask me for, oh, would you take the minimum wage? Fuck no, you're gonna pay me over that minimum wage, right? And my track record speaks for itself. But what I'm saying is I think minimum wage should be readjusted, man. You should be able to survive on your own without having to kill yourself, I feel like.
Mhm.
Right? And
Yeah.
especially because we live in a world where so many rich people. What is the reason for rich people, and how do they become rich? Why are we paying tax dollars to help people be rich? I think it's
And they don't even
insane
pay taxes.
that
They don't even
instead of
pay
having rich
taxes.
people in the world, look, instead of paying all these rich people, that money should go to people that's in need. You know what I'm saying? It's too many people out here struggling and dying because they can't survive on their own, and I just don't think that's fair at all.
You're
Somebody that
right.
really see it's a difference between somebody that want to live their life being a bum with their hand out all the time. It's a difference
Right.
between wanting that and somebody that's doing the work, putting in the work, standing on business, and they just can't make it on their own. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
They might not uh have a job too much longer because they don't have shelter. They can't feed each other themselves or properly clothe themselves because they struggling out here to pay for rent. So for me, when you talk about minimum wage, I think it should be adjusted. I think minimum wage should allow somebody to be able to survive on their own. And if you're
Yeah.
in a relationship, shit, y'all well off then, right? And that's how I feel. We got
Y'all got too
poverty,
much
we got
shit.
middle class, low class over this shit. Like that's something we got to clean up. The government got to clean that shit up. Like shit. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's a good question for you. Should companies be required to have diversity quotas, or is it, or should it be a voluntary choice?
What do you mean?
So, like diversity means like like
I know what it
different
means.
ethnic backgrounds
But
and stuff
quota.
like that.
What does
Oh,
quotas
quota. Oh,
mean?
so to have a quota is like a certain number, like a certain like a limit. Like I don't know if you know it or not, but a lot of jobs they're required to hire like maybe 5 felons or 5 people with a record or 5 black people
Mm-hmm.
or 5% black people. Like every job, like you have to right within a year's time or within a 3 month or 6 months, something like that. Every job got quotas like that, so they give you a set limit on how much you require. So they say you have to, whether you keep them or not, you have to. So they might say you got to hire at least 6% of black people, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
have to do it, or you can get fines and penalties or things of that nature. Or they might say like 16% Asian or something like that. So those are quotas, like a set limit. So what I was asking you is, do you think jobs should be required to meet quotas as far as diversity, or should they not have a certain limit and they just hire who they want to when they feel like it?
Like, I guess it depends on the company. Because if I'm Because I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know really. I would probably go with the second because I feel like just hire who you feel is best. Um, and it shouldn't be a color. You know, there shouldn't be a color to any of this shit. Like we shouldn't be minimized because of our skin color. So I don't know. I guess that's how I feel. We shouldn't be minimized by our skin color.
Well, so the difficulty is this. I think so when they first started doing the whole quotas thing, I don't even know how far back it was. It's because like let's say African Americans or our peoples had several complaints saying, "Oh, I'm not getting hired because I'm black," right? So that's when they say quotas. But that's the thing. Honest to God, I've been at jobs where it was a quota that wasn't met, and they hired people, and they fired them, found a reason to fire them like soon after. So it's like I feel like if you have a quota, if somebody's just a piece of shit, scumbag, racist, or something like that, they're gonna find a reason not to keep you around anyways. And but I see it's tough. I want to say it shouldn't be a quota, right? You shouldn't force somebody to do the right thing, right? So, but if I had to choose between a quota or no quota, I would say a quota, man, because every job should be diversified. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it does get tricky because if somebody really don't want you around, they're gonna find a reason. They're gonna find loopholes.
Like I don't see
Uh,
how they got a bunch of Mexicans at Popeyes, bro.
well, see, because that's another thing. When I went earlier when you were talking how black people we need to uplift each other more. We need to help more. We need to do more for the community and all that stuff. Well, this is the thing. When you say we put people on a pedestal, America as a whole, we put Mexicans on a pedestal. One thing
Yeah.
I cannot stand is when they was like, oh, hire him. He Mexican. He gonna do it all for little pay. Like I said, I've been in the restaurant. I've been in the restaurant industry for the last 18 years, and I've been a kitchen manager for the last 7. Right, and I
Mm-hmm.
kid you not, a couple times I went to hire people. My boss says, damn. She's like, you couldn't find nobody Mexican. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And this goes back to what I was saying about the quotas. This is why certain things like that it comes in play. But like, for what? Oh, because they work hard. Nobody work hard as Mexicans. And I get mad when people say that. So I'm like, you as a white man, you say nobody work as hard as Mexicans. So you saying you don't work hard? Oh no, I'm different. I'm like, no, no, no. It's not what you said. You said Mexicans. You're not Mexican, so you don't work hard. I'm black. And I know a lot of us are lazy. I'm gonna keep it real, but I ain't one of them. So when people say, "Oh, Mexicans work the hardest," now fuck that. I feel like ain't nobody gonna outwork me, and that's my mindset. When I go to work, that's my thought process. Ain't nobody gonna outwork me. You know what I'm
Period.
saying?
Period.
And if you want to put that to the test, we put it to the test. We're gonna be some two alpha males in that motherfucker. We're gonna be dominant together because you ain't gonna
Or
outwork my ass.
they be saying like they'll be like you're as good as a Mexican, you know? Because me
Yeah,
personally, I got a little body, and Mexicans have little bodies too. Sometimes, sometimes, but like in certain situations, they'll be like, "Oh, look, she's small as a little Mexican, like that one Mexican dude we had. Yeah, 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 yeah. She could do anything. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I'm like, can I just be a short person?
right, right. How tall are you?
5'1",
Oh shit, you short, you little,
size,
like
one
like
size.
little bite size.
All you need is a little bit of me to fill your whole life up.
Hey, talk that shit. So, what is the impact of social media on businesses and society?
It's a good impact because more businesses are being acknowledged through social media. Before social
Hmm.
media was really big, nobody really knew about a lot of businesses, and it's a good thing that people are helping us know more because there's nothing wrong with knowing a little more.
Right, right. Now, yeah, like I said, I agree with that, but it like with anything else in life, there's pros and cons, right? Yeah. So, social media both hinders and it benefits businesses and companies.
Yeah.
Because especially with the whole AI thing, like let's stick with that for a minute. So AI, this is the thing I've seen people get books published by using AI, and that's not their work. So to me, I look at it as like it's cheating, and other people, are like, how's it cheating? I'm like, bro, that's not your words. Now you're getting paid, you're getting a paycheck over something that didn't come from your thoughts, it didn't come from your brain, right? Because AI, like it's something that I said I would have toyed with a little bit, but I haven't done it yet. But like you could, so I opened it one time, like, oh, if you go to it, it got little blocks. You put little keywords in it, and it does the work for you. So I think that's no bueno, man. That's no good when it comes to businesses, right? Um, that's the one thing I don't like about AI, and also like the way technology is in social media, man. Like it can tear down your business because it can be one person that say one thing, and the other people don't know nothing about your business, but they just see the one thing and they just negative feedback, put all these
Yep.
false surveys in, so that can bring you down
Yep.
as well, and
Yep.
you can get closed down. There's a lot of stuff. So social media, it can help you, and it can be a benefit or it can be a detriment. So I think that when I was asking earlier about um, social media and just the social impact of people, like I think that that's a good reason uh, to have a good rapport with people, with your customers, your
Mhm.
clientele, and all that. You keep them happy, and sometimes it's about doing things you might not agree with, right? Because if you keep one person happy, that person tell other people. Or sometimes you might throw them a bone, right? Like for instance, a restaurant. It's so many times a guest come in. How was everything? Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take this dessert on me on the house, right? Because then they'll get on the Google, leave 5 stars or something like that, and they'll put it on there. So other people will be engaged. They'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna go check that place out. So social media could be good and it could be bad, right? But overall, I would say social media is good, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a networking thing, and any business, any corporation, you need that networking. You know,
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So yes, it does have
uh,
its positives and its negatives, and that's the only thing about the social media stuff that you just can't stand is the negatives. If it didn't have no negatives, oh God, it'd be beautiful. But
right. And that's another thing to add to the whole social media thing too, like the impact on businesses and society. Now, this is more so on the society thing. Oh my God, social media. See, well, like I said, it could be a benefit, it could be a detriment. And outside of business, when we just talk about society, social
mhm.
media is terrible, terrible. You get these 5-year olds, 6-year olds, 7-year olds. They're reenacting stuff from they see on social media or YouTube or wherever the case may be, or the language, and they just use it. And now they're like robots. We talk about AI. The kids these days are like robots. They lack the basic tools, the
Yeah,
basic
like, cause how
knowledge
the
to do
fuck
anything.
is these kids dancing, singing, talking, doing all this crazy ass shit? I mean, it be
Yeah,
cute as hell, but it be scary than a motherfucker. Cause it's like, bro, I don't know, no baby that could do that. Especially that
yeah,
that little dance they got going around talking about roll it, roll it, roll it, or where my fans at, or where them fans at. It's a song going around, and every baby, every kid, and it's
yeah,
it's it's supposed to be for our genre, like our
yeah.
age group. But these
Right.
babies are around here
Yeah.
dancing to it like it's they shit.
That's wild. But yeah, like I'm just saying, like it's like the basic knowledge that kids these days should have, and they just don't have it because they rely on social media all the time. Like they walk around with their phones, right? And
Mhm.
and, and then without their phone, it's like they're lost in the world. They're dead in the water, and
Not just kids, us too.
that's true. So social media technology is fucking killing the world right now.
It
I
took
said this
over.
for several episodes. Like Christmases. I don't know. Nobody is putting books or anything educational on that tree. We just give them. Oh, here's a PS5. Oh, 2 gifts later, you're like, oh, take this Xbox, right? Take this
I mean, they
tablet. Take
used
the
to
new
have
iPhone.
leapfrog.
And Leapfrog is good, but I just and they still make them. I just never see parents give anything that's of use like that, like that's going to teach intellect to these kids. I don't see that at all. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
bad.
I mean, I
Um,
do, but that's just a very, very small select few of Americans or even just people in the world who teach their kids from a very early age. Because even I did when I had my kids, when I first had them, I started my baby off early. Like, you gonna start learning now. I'm talking right out the pussy. Right now. ABCDEFG. You finna start singing your ABCs. But you talking about, listen, I wanted my child to be independent. I did what the white folks did. I put them in there and I turned the lights out. Like for sleeping and shit, because they was like, if you want your baby to be more independent, you got to let them sleep on their own. You got to do certain things, to help them. Okay, because if you don't, they will be always dependent on you. They will always look for you to help them through everything in life. And I can't be there for all your shit. I might be getting some little me time, and you want to come fuck with me time. No, baby, you're gonna have to figure that out on your own, honey. But
Right.
today I just, everything that we talked about is just the everyday struggles that I think about, talk about, or just have doubts about, and we gonna get with it, but it's gonna be hard for everybody to get with it. It doesn't matter who you are, how advanced you are, how unadvanced you are. It's gonna be hard to get with it, baby. This world is
Right.
changing, and it's changing drastically. And it's not like we weren't prepared. It's not like they didn't prepare us. And be real, it's real
Right.
as fuck. We've been prepared through movies, shows, songs, everything. Okay, poems, everything. Okay,
Right. Right.
it's just we need to catch up. We
Right.
all need to catch up. And if AI is what's the new, and we already know it's the new, so since that's the world
Right.
that you now live in, you just got to get with it. And I don't want to either, especially when it comes down to these jobs and stuff, unless I'm the one owning the company and I'm making the robot work for my company. But uh I don't want no robot taking my job. You know what I mean? I don't want
Right.
no robot taking over my life. I don't want no robot. I don't know. I'm afraid of a robot, to be real. Like, I'm afraid of
Yeah.
horses. I don't even know why I'm afraid of horses, but I just feel like they're gonna hit me with that big ass face or something. Anyways, all I know is
Sure.
AIs are a very scary situation. This life that we live is getting every day scarier. From the food
Mm-hmm.
that we eat, we can't even like predict if it's real or if it's edible, or if we wing it. Okay, we
Right.
wing it and we ding it if it goes good. All right, um, and that's really it. I mean, and we keep doing that every day. I guess we either gonna get somewhere or we're not. So,
Right. So let me ask you this: in your bio, you say you was a chef. Are you a
mhm.
chef, or are you more like a home cook that wants to make their
I'm a
name in
home
the
cooker.
culinary world?
I ain't never had no certificates for none of that shit. But I know one thing: if I could go to school for this shit, that would be a beautiful thing. But personally, I'm just someone I learned from my mom. My mama could cook her ass off. You understand? And my father,
Right.
he could cook his ass off too. So one thing about me, as I just have a passion for it. I really love to cook for people. I really love to see people happy from eating. I don't like to see that type, because I can make you do that without even feeding you. You know what I mean? Like, I could probably say something make you go So, I know how to get to a person's heart and their stomach, and that's what I do truly. But like I said, I have other talents too, but cooking is just one that I really love to do. Like, it's easy, it's immediate, and it's easy, it's fast income.
Right.
I can't say that
Yeah.
I failed with it yet.
Yeah. See, that's why I say I can't wait to start my business, man. But in our first conversation, right, you said you had a passion for cooking and that you wanted to be able to share your recipes with the world. What
Yes.
would you say your specialty is as far as cooking? Oh, as I just asked that, look, as I just asked that, I also asked you the same thing.
Okay, well, I could say my favorite dish that I love to make is oxtail chili. Okay.
Ooh,
Mm.
that's
Okay, and
see, that's one thing
cornbread. I love cornbread. I love cornbread. Okay. So I love to make
yeah,
cornbread that's melt in your mouth. It's like almost eating a cake. Not like sweet, sweet, unless you like it sweet.
right,
It's fine. Because I do like my cornbread kind of sweet. But I'm saying like honey cornbread, butter cornbread, jalapeno cornbread, all types of nice stuff. But yes,
mm.
I can say my top is oxtail chili and cornbread. But I makes everything, baby. I'm a worldwide cook. Okay.
See, that's the crazy thing. So I always wanted to cook oxtails, but I
Ooh,
haven't
yes,
tried. I haven't tried
Allison,
yet.
love. Let me see, love.
I haven't tried it yet. And the crazy thing is,
Cornbread.
y'all talk about cornbread. Every black person I know try to take my black card away because I hate cornbread. I hate it with a passion. My whole life, it's only I don't remember who it was. It's only been one person that made cornbread when I was like, I love it. It tastes like a cake, so I think that's why I loved it. That gritty part of it, I was like, yeah, I can't fuck with that gritty shit.
Oh, so you don't
You
like
still
the
there?
texture too much. It's like eating grits with cake. Gotcha.
No, I see.
That's like
Yes,
me.
yes.
That's like me with okra. It's too slimy, bro. Blah. Blah, blah,
So
blah, blah.
o- okay, so okra by itself, I haven't tried, but I like Caribbean foods and stuff, right? And they got like
Uh-huh.
fungi and stuff. And fungi, it's cornmeal with the okra in it. and it's good. But like then again, just like you, the okra it's soft. It's not hard. So maybe that's
It's
the difference.
slimy.
But I'm saying with the cornmeal, it's like you don't taste slime. Like see, a lot of people talk about a whole texture thing, but I just don't like
Yes,
cornbread.
you do.
I
You
love me
lying.
some
You
oxtails though.
lying. You lying. You always gonna taste that slime. You lying. You
Nah,
lying. Why he
terrible.
lying, y'all? There's nothing you can
Uh,
do. It's inevitable. It's like okra is inevitable. You'll never not taste the fucking slime, bro. It's just it doesn't matter what you put it in. It's just nasty, cuz. Sorry to the people that love it, love okra lovers, but I don't like okra, baby. It's just nasty.
mm, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, I can say
You
it's nasty. It's just slimy. It's like eating snot. It's like
right.
somebody just blew their nose in your food, and I don't know.
Man, that's nasty. I don't know what kind of who gave you okra, but if you equate it to that, like that's that
Nasty,
don't even.
bro. It's nasty. I've seen it cooked through Popeyes. I've seen it cooked in gumbo. I've seen it fried regular. Somebody else fried it just regular. No,
Mm,
no, Jack. Nobody can convince me that okra is good. I even somebody had some okra bean soup. Somebody made some okra bean soup, and it wasn't bad.
right.
But it just I can't do that slime, baby. Once you cook
I got you.
okra in there, the whole pot becomes slimy. No, no,
Terrible.
no. You just fucked the whole meal up.
Hmm. You told me in your bio, you said that your friends like how you embrace self-expression with your food. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Like
Well,
how you
as you can,
embrace self-expression in your food?
well, actually, it's more of just like embracing like my self expression because like when it comes down to the way I express different things, especially food, like when when I'll tell a person about my food, they be like, "Damn, I need to try some." Like, what the fuck? And I'll be like, I don't know. I mean, I got you, boo. Go buy the stuff, and we're gonna throw down. You heard me? But
Right.
other than that, I'm just crazy. Like I got a high personality, and so when it comes down to the food, I just put so many different types of love into it. So
Mm,
I don't get it. I don't know how to explain it,
I
but
got you.
I have better conversations around food than anything. Okay, like.
Yeah. So hold on. She said, "I want to try that chili now."
You gonna try boo, Lizzie? Ow, period. One day look for the love of foods. Love of foods.
And I was
But
so
anyways,
yeah. So speaking about love foods, all right. So in your bio, I seen love of foods. Right, I seen the branding. Right, can you tell us a
yeah.
little bit about that and what that is?
Well, the love of foods is for anybody who has a passion for food like I do. Whether your passion is eating it, your passion is cooking it, or just being creative with it. The love of
Hmm.
foods is just something about food that brings people together. When you have a setting or an outing, everybody needs something to snack on. Everybody needs something to eat on because as long as your mouth is occupied, you can't say nothing wrong, okay?
Right,
It's a different thing in life when your mouth is occupied. You can't really say nothing wrong. That's one thing my grandma told me, and I didn't understand it until she'd be like, "Pick up that damn fork. If your mouth was occupied, you wouldn't have shit to say." So I'm like,
mm,
hmm. And then I would come with a rebuttal. If this food was good, I wouldn't have shit to say. But
right,
it wasn't Granny cooking it. It was like her boyfriend and stuff like that. But anyways, I just feel like more conversation comes around food. We go out, we take people out. You have dates. You do all kinds of different shit when it comes to food. Food is just like it's the center of all things.
right.
Am I
So
wrong?
no, you're right. You're right. I mean, you talk about you talking to somebody that's been in the restaurant industry for 18 years. So, and I love cooking. So I love everything about food. So yeah, it's like you said, it's definitely different. So let me ask you this: in your opinion, is there a difference between a chef and a home cook?
Yes, of course. A chef has more skills. They know exactly how to handle knives, food, cutlery, and stuff like that. Someone who just cooks at home, they're just cooking from the heart and they praying that they get it good. That's
Mm.
all.
So I asked you that question because I'm a chef and my older brother's a chef, right? But he likes to call me a home cook. So we go back and forth on the difference between a home cook and a chef, right? So I did culinary arts, but I only did a year. It's supposed to be 4 years. He did all his four of his,
Oh
and
yeah, he's
I
a
worked.
chef. You're not.
Because why? Because I didn't
Sorry.
graduate.
The reason being is because he learned more skills than you. Your skill set level isn't up there with his. Like he can identify shit that you probably still don't know nothing about. And only
Nah, I'm
because
glad you.
he learned it through them 4 years. Like
Now I'm
wines.
glad.
Do you know what type of wines to fry some or saute some vegetables with? No, you don't.
Absolutely.
You'd
No,
have to
yeah,
go look it
right.
up on the internet.
No, see, listen. I have a good knowledge on foods. My cutting skills, all that stuff is on par. Now, is it some things about that
You see
he
my
knows
face,
that I
right?
may? Hey, it's cool. Is it things that he know that I may not know? Sure, but guess what? Guess what? He can't stand it. But guess what? He talk about his 4 years. And he try to put his credentials out there. But it's a lot of stuff that I know that he don't know. And he gets mad like,
Hmm.
"Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." So I'm like, "Look it up." I wait. He look it up when he find out. This how quiet he gets. He like this. Yeah. So you see that game the other day? I'm like, nah, bro. Was I right? He's like, yeah, bro. You was
Hmm.
right. I'm like, oh, all right. Or he might be like this. He might be like this. Oh, I'm tired, bro. I don't know why I said I didn't know, but I did know. I'm like, no, you didn't. So we go back and forth all the time. So this one thing, by definition, it's a gray area, right? Because by definition, it
Hmm.
says, like you said, a chef is somebody that has the knowledge and the skill set. The home cook is someone that cooks at home and hope they get it right. For lack of better words, I'm paraphrasing here, right? But it's the thing.
Yeah.
So you don't think a home cook can teach himself without going to school? All these things you will learn
Yeah.
in culinary arts.
Yeah.
So okay, so what if somebody apply themselves and they study, they do research, they buy books on this, and they master
That's
that, and they go
learning. That's
so
learning. I mean,
so
that's
so so.
simple learning.
But
But if you didn't do
what's
that before, then you don't know none of the shit that you're doing now, you
but
know?
that's what I'm saying. So once you learn that and you have the same qualifications, do you call yourself a chef or no?
I call myself a chef only because um hold on. Only because I feel like personally, me, I oh shit. Like you said, you've learned some things, you had the opportunity to read upon some things, and you taught yourself.
Right.
So I would say maybe I'm a home chef. How about that? I would say I'm
Home
more
chef.
of a home chef than anything, but I cook restaurant style, which means the food that I cook is made fast, it's tender, it's juicy, and it's good. And it has different spices that you can actually identify when you're eating it. So I don't know, but my goal is to become a real bona fide chef. Even if I have to go to homeschooling on my own on the computer or something. I don't know.
Now, I
But
love I love I love food so much. My favorite things to watch is centered around food. Like one of my favorite TV shows is Chopped and MasterChef. You ever watch
chop,
MasterChef?
yeah.
Now,
Yes.
now, the people in MasterChef, they like home cooks. None of them are professionally trained. But guess what? The winner automatically gets that title of being a chef. Why? Because you spent 3 months with Gordon Ramsay. Like, but that's the thing. So I feel like if you teach yourself or you get the
Mhm.
guidance from somebody that knows certain things, I feel like you can call yourself a chef. Right? As long as you're a
Yeah.
home cook that take it serious. I'm gonna put it that way. If you're a home cook that take it serious and you work at it, you work at your craft, I feel like you should be able to call yourself a chef.
Yeah, because my friend Jessie Lynn,
Right.
off of Owl, she's the one that was like, "Girl, you should call yourself a chef because the way you be cooking is just crazy good, girl. But also, it's fast and it's like you know how people cook, like when they say cook to order. Like
Right.
anytime someone says, "Hey, I want this," I can make it right away. You're not waiting that long because you know if you're cooking at home style, you might cook slow and you know you're doing different things. But I don't know when I'm in the kitchen, I don't leave the kitchen until the kitchen is done.
Right.
Okay, I don't know. So I don't know what to call myself, but a home chef maybe.
So you also told me that you was interested in starting up your own small business in the food truck industry. Um,
Yeah, because
when did
the
that
food, huh?
I was about to say, when did that idea of having your own food truck first enter your mind?
About 3, 4 years ago, well, 3 years ago. Um, at one point, I had wanted to do like candy. I wanted to start like a candy store, He hates to
Oh
cut
my god,
onions though.
she terrible.
Did
She
you
told
say
about me. That's my kid's mom. So listen, I don't have no
that's
problem
your
with
kid's mom?
yeah.
Hey, Allison.
Like, I don't have no problem with doing the prep work, but there's certain things I cannot stand. Like onions, I can't stand cutting onions. So I'll tell her, yo, dice these onions up for me so I can cook this
Right.
food.
Doing this. Do you do
Yeah.
this?
Sometimes, yeah, when it get me to cry, yeah. But other than that, I just hate it. I hate it. It's onions. It's not even just that dicing. I don't like dicing shit. Like, well, she diced my tomatoes for me. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I'm like, yeah, just cut. I just need you to cut this, and I'll do the rest. Like that's it. I love to cook. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Yeah, I can say
um,
onions is one of those. Like yesterday, I was trying to cut some onions and I cut myself. How the fuck did I do that? I was doing the knife the regular way, but what did I do? I don't know. But somehow this finger ended up under the knife and I did this. I was
so oh
like,
god, the way you just demonstrated
so,
that look like you need some knife skills.
like it's
Yeah.
like a little cut there, just a little cut there. You can't really see it, but boy, that shit
Mm-mm-mm.
was like, damn, how the fuck almost cut my whole finger off. And it's crazy how, as I'm slicing, I still did this. And I was like,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
So
So
do you have
you
any?
know,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was like, do you have any business strategies in place for running or owning your own food truck?
Elaborate.
Like, what have you like? I don't know how far you are as far as getting the food truck up and running, but like, do you
I'm
have any
far as a
business strategies?
motherfucker.
So that's what I'm saying. So how many? What business strategies do you have to get that started, to get your name out there, to get people interested in the food
Um,
truck?
well, so far, I've done little things like I'll go out there with samples. I'll go out there with
Mm,
flyers or like some menus and stuff. Have them look it up, or I don't know, like if they're tasting something that they like. Like one time I went out there with some Cajun boil bags with like
right,
anything that you can find in a Cajun boil, but it was in bags so you can eat them and go. And
right,
so the business idea was perfect, but the only thing that was flawed about it was I didn't have like a name brand on me, or I didn't have people behind me doing it. It was just me. So personally, my business strategy is not well put together, but I'm learning as I go. So, because I'm a new business like owner type person, but I've done different business ideas. I opened EINs or tried to push for different business ideas. But this one, yes, I understand. I got to go get the business license first and foremost. Then after that, got to go get the goddamn funds I need to goddamn get the truck. And when I get the truck under the goddamn business name, so I don't have to worry about it being under my name. It's straight business taxes. Make sure that I have, I don't know, some type of income that's reliable for the food because you can't buy the food with no money,
right,
um, or food stamps or something like that. Of course, I need to rely on location. I need to know where my location is going to be, what foods I'm going to make, and where the location. So far, I'm going to start in Vegas. I'm going to be like downtown or like on the strip. I'm going to get like a hotel or maybe like a Airbnb near the strip. So that way I have all my food utensils and everything just in the house. But it'd just be for now delivery service. You know what I mean? It's not something you can come into until I get the money for it, like, truck and all that. But
right.
starting small, that's what I would do. I would get the license first if I have the money for it because it's cheap. It's like $200. Then I would get something going as far as the inside of the house. I would start something like that. Like I said, give away menus and all that. I don't know what else to really do besides go from there and learn as I go, trial and error, and I
So
don't know, keep pushing.
I got you. So all right. So do you have a logo or a company
Damn,
name?
we finna go on 2 hours and I ain't had one smoke break, and you gotta keep asking all these questions. You ain't gonna give nobody a break. Don't you see me with you didn't see me with this cigarette for 2 hours.
I
Every
got you.
time you ask a different question, I'm ready to go smoke. Let me take a break.
Now I only got two more though. I got you. Uh, no, and the one was like, do you have like a logo or a company name in mind that you want to use?
Yeah, love the foods.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Period.
I got
Or
you. Yeah.
Jade Sweets. Depends on what I'm gonna be selling. Because if I decide to still go into bakery or candies, it's gonna be Jade
Right.
Sweets.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, because you already know that I'm about to start my own food truck thing too. So I got a book.
Yay.
I got a couple books on that. So I'm reading that and figuring out what I need. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about
Farmers
that.
markets too. Those are good to look into if you know,
What's that?
farmers markets. Like they be
Oh,
having a
farmers
lot of
market.
events where you can pull up and sell your food for expensive ass prices.
Right, right. Yeah, you're right.
Seriously.
But yeah. So I mean, listen, I'm definitely gonna have you back on for another time because I had other material, other questions. But we gonna talk. Like, she ready to smoke. Like you burnt out. But so yeah, so it's going to conclude today's episode. We hope the viewers uh, enjoyed it. I hope everybody got something out of it, and I'm pretty sure they was entertained by your funny ass because you are a comedian. When I go on Friday, I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna give them your number. I'm like, yo, I got somebody you need to bring on stage. But for anybody that's watching, whether live or on the replay, just make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like, comment, share whenever I have an episode. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. All right,
Thank you
Jade.
guys. Follow me at Jade Unrated Instagram. I'm about to go make some scampi or peace.
Wait, what's the Instagram? You said Jade what?
It's Jade underscore unrated. So that's UHNRATED. And also you can follow me on Facebook at Jade Powell, JADEPOWELL. Look for updates because since this is my first podcast, guys. So thank you, Desmond, for having me. And this is gonna
And you did
prepare me for.
look, and she did very well. What y'all don't know is all day she been telling me she was nervous. I don't know why. And then she get
I
live and
almost
talk about
didn't do it.
she told her she's shy. I can't see that. She did well. She had me laughing and shit. You know
I
what I'm saying?
almost
So
didn't do
that's terrible.
it.
But look, I appreciate you, and I definitely want to have you on
Thank
again.
you.
We'll stay in touch and keep coming
Thank
with them
you.
jokes. All right,
Period. Period. Chocolate dropping this bitch out.
all right.
Look, that was supposed to be the mic drop. You were supposed to turn it off.